Are you an ISTP? Or have you ever crossed paths with an ISTP and wondered what's the deal with their whole cold and antisocial vibe? ISTPs are one of the most easily misunderstood personalities. And yes, there's more to their story than meets the eye. Quoted from the book, Surrounded by Idiots, no matter how strange it might seem, in theory, every kind of behavior is normal. Today, we're cracking open the ISTP code, shedding light on the 5 struggles ISTPs commonly face. Make sure to watch until the end because the last point is one of the biggest highlights of our video today, through which we wish to raise awareness and break social stigmas. So with no more delays, let's dive right in. Struggle number 1. Emotions and empathy don't fit into ISTP's busy schedules. ISTP, which stands for introverted, sensing, thinking, and perceiving, is also known as a virtuoso. They are excellent mechanics known for their hands-on approach and practical problem-solving skills. Masters at pursuing goals independently, they often value efficiency over emotional expression. However, the ISTP's self-reliant and individualistic mindset can be both their strength and stumbling block. Their ability to pursue goals without relying heavily on external connections makes them fantastic workers and engineers. But when it comes to navigating the complexities of emotions and empathy, it can be a bit of a challenge for them. It's not that they lack the capacity for empathy, it's just that emotions and empathy don't really make it to their priority list. The ISTP's busy schedule and goal-oriented mindset can unintentionally push emotions into the background. This does not mean they're heartless, it's just that they're wired to prioritize tangible outcomes over emotional distractions. It's essential to understand that if an ISTP seems emotionally distant, it's not a reflection of their feelings towards you. It's just how they are wired. So for those with ISTPs in their lives, it's crucial not to take their pragmatic approach personally. And if you happen to be an ISTP, consider adding empathy to your priority list. Adding a dash of empathy to your interactions can not only enhance your relationship with others, but it can also be a game changer for your career. Struggle number 2. ISTPs get bored easily. Harrison Ford, a renowned ISTP American actor, once said, "I wanted to live a different life. I didn't want to go to the same place every day, see the same people, and do the same job. I wanted interesting challenges." Indeed, rigid routines, especially the 9-to-5 grind, can pose one of the greatest challenges to ISTPs. They aren't fans of repetitive cycles. They are trailblazers living in the fast lane. Passive and repetitive routines, not their cup of tea. ISTPs thrive in work environments that allow spontaneity, serving as a playground for their fast minds seeking a variety of challenges. When things go sideways, they are the ones you will really want in your corner because they're quick thinkers and amazing emergency solvers tackling problems with lightning speed. Hence, if you have an ISTP in your team, consider placing them in the crisis management team. Their quick thinking and exceptional problem-solving skills would make them valuable assets in high-pressure situations. Also, in contrast to other introverts who often reflect on the past or daydream about the future, ISTPs are all about living in the present and seeking new adventures. However, here's a twist. This might mean your ISTP child will procrastinate on that homework due in a week, only to pull an all-nighter at the last moment. So when you see an ISTP procrastinating, know that they're not being lazy. Rather, they're searching for the next thrilling adventure. Hey, do you like what you're learning so far? If yes, hit the subscribe button as it will help more people discover this video and benefit from it. Alright, now, the third struggle commonly faced by ISTPs is that theories don't work for them. For virtuoso or ISTPs, the world isn't just observed, it's explored hands-on with an eagerness to touch, create, and troubleshoot. They are the ones rolling up their sleeves and getting their hands dirty, finding joy in trial and error. Now, here's the catch. These free spirits aren't exactly too fond of theories. The traditional classroom, heavy on theories, often leaves them scratching their heads, sitting still for hours, absorbing and regurgitating abstract ideas. Not exactly their style. It's not that ISTPs lack intelligence. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Their brilliance lies in unconventional, hands-on problem solving and creative thinking that defies conventional norms. Whether it's in the workplace or educational settings, ISTPs struggle when confined to theoretical frameworks. For them, learning should be a vibrant, active journey, not a passive absorption of a bunch of abstract theories. So, if you spot an ISTP looking restless in a lecture, it's not a lack of brain power. It's just that the conventional mode of learning doesn't work for them. There are kinesthetic learners who take hands-on, real-world experiences to truly spark their curiosity and showcase their brilliance. So, if you have an ISTP student or a co-worker, don't bother going through the lengthy manuals or lectures. Instead, go for hands-on approaches like interactive workshops, simulations, field trips, and practical projects to better engage their kinesthetic learning style. Hey, are you still with us? We're about to unveil the final point very shortly, so stick around. This is one of the major highlights of our video today. Our goal is to raise awareness and break the gender stereotypes surrounding this common struggle experienced by ISTPs. Alright, now struggle number 4. ISTPs are not exactly rule followers. ISTPs crave independence and autonomy, and it's not just a desire, it's a fundamental need. For them, rules are more like loose guidelines, and if given a choice, they would often opt to seek forgiveness rather than ask for permission. They thrive when making their own choices and charting the course of their lives independently. The very idea of being controlled or managed by others is a quick recipe for them to tire out. In fact, the more one attempts to manipulate or dictate what they should do, the more they resist. ISTPs aren't afraid of challenging authority or going against the flow. When someone says they can't do something, watch out. ISTPs will go to great lengths to prove them wrong, even if it involves bending a few rules. Rules to them can feel like unnecessary constraints on their ability to explore and engage with the world uniquely. To those unfamiliar with them, they might seem rebellious. However, once you get to know them, you'll understand that their resistance to being rule followers doesn't stem from rebellion, but from a deep-seated need for the freedom to chart their own course. So don't expect ISTPs to blindly adhere to predetermined regulations. They are not big fans of instructions that don't make sense to them. Instead of just giving orders, take some time to explain why. If they are still reluctant to follow, try hearing them out. They may have a more practical way of getting things done. And don't take it personally if they refuse to follow your instructions. They're all about keeping it real and being authentic. And yes, their honesty might raise an eyebrow or two, but their rebellious spirit is just their way of staying genuine. Alright, as promised, we have saved the best for last, the struggle of being a virtuoso woman. With this, we're diving into breaking some gender stigmas. Life for ISTP girls can sometimes feel like a wild adventure, as they are often labeled as tomboyish or unusual. In a world expecting them to adhere to more stereotypical roles, they are often misunderstood like fish out of water. ISTP women make up a mere 2.3% of the population, and this unique cohort of quick-witted and analytical individuals consistently faces the challenges of conforming to societal expectations and adhering to traditional norms. Yet, here's the secret. They are not just unique, they are almost unstoppable in their gifts and abilities when recognized for their strengths. Now, let's break down some numbers. In the United States, 75.5% of women base decisions on feelings or maintaining harmony, whereas ISTP women stand out as reserved and pragmatic decision makers. They are the thinkers in a world dominated by feelers. Historical mentions of ISTP women are also rare, leaving these trailblazers with a limited pool of role models, making it even harder as they navigate a world that constantly pressures them to fit into the traditional mold. This often leaves ISTP females feeling overwhelmed and alienated. And the key here, acceptance and recognition for their strengths. Let's together create a more inclusive culture, celebrating ISTP females' uniqueness and create a world where every adventure they embark on is met with an open mind and understanding. And if you're curious to learn more about other super rare personality type, check out our next video here about the 5 struggles only an ISFJ can relate to. See ya!